Good morning, my wonderful friends. Magus with you on another beautiful day in Asha. And today we're going to start our journey through the 16 statements and teachings of Asha. This is originally written by the Magi. The Magi were the original magicians. So in 16 days, my friends, you're going to learn how to do real magic. And we're going to start today with Asha 1. The statement says, I am God's thought. I live in God's idea. I want you to start believing that you are God's perfect thought. What else could a perfect creator make but a perfect thought? And you are his perfect thought. The world is his perfect thought. We need to start to believe that on a subconscious level. That's where the magic's gonna come from. There's a big difference between spoken word and held word. First, we have to understand what word is. Word is the original vibration. It's the holy Om. It's the perfect creator's perfect idea of a utopia, of what we call Asha, heaven on earth. That's what we use magic for, is to align ourselves with that idea that's inside every one of our heart of hearts. To live in love and peace and joy and kindness and in our goodness. In Zoroastrianism, God and good are the exact same thing. We come from good spirit. We're made of good spirit and we return to good spirit. Instinctively, we want to live in good spirit. In God we live, move, and have our being. And when we're outside of that, we feel off balance, like something is wrong. We get frustrated. We feel blocked. And my friends, learning magic is learning just to come back into alignment with that original word. And we can't force it. It's not a spoken word, but it's an unconscious belief. My friends, there's a big difference from spoken word and the word held. I want you to understand that our hearts, it's an electromagnetic field. It's a tuner. It's a transmitter and receiver. And that's where our power comes from. It's not begging a deity in the sky. It's not just saying words out of ritual, but it's what are we vibrating? What are we sending out from our heart centers? That's what's coming to us, my friends. And that's why it's so important that we know ourselves. What do we really believe? What do we really think? That's what's coming to us, my friends. If you're praying and asking for something with just your spoken words, if you're just begging for it, my friends, or you're getting angry and trying to grab it, it's not going to come to you. What's coming to you is what you believe. If inside of yourself you believe, oh, that's too good to be true, that could never really happen, and you're just trying to be positive, my friends, but it's not who you are, it's not going to come to you. My friends, do you know how to find God good? You have to become God good. You have to, like the Christ taught, that you and God are one. When you realize that, my friends, something changes. When you realize you are from good spirit, you're made of good spirit, your vibration rises, my friends, and you start transmitting a different signal. And all of a sudden, by cosmic law, those things just naturally start to flow to you. With that vibration, my friends, you're going to rise above the lie and illusion, the druge, above sin, sickness, and death. My friends, we have to get out of the carnal mind, the thinking brain, because we've been taught in this matrix world, matrix religions, matrix politics, matrix ideas of society, and that's what man truly believes, and that's what keeps coming to them. They're in a trap, but we break through when we realize we are one with good spirit. The number one, I love it. We're in the very first statement and teaching of Asha. Number one is everything included. It is God, man, universe, all one. Can you see God in the world? Can you see God in yourself? Can you see God in your fellow man and in the animals? My friends, that is what is truth. Everything else is lie and illusion. You are not your past mistakes and sins and failures. And when you start to take on this mindset that you are the perfect creator's perfect idea, Asha, I am God's thought, I live in God's idea, perfection. When you realize that's your true nature, you're going to start creating a whole new world. Now let's get on to the teaching. It says the whole universe vibrates with expectant energy, for God is with child thought. We now know, don't we, that the whole universe is just energy vibrating in a form. They knew this 2,600 years ago. All throughout the celestial palace, the prospect of ever-expanding good radiates brilliant and bright with joy. My friends, there's an ever-expanding good. That's what evolution was meant to be, my friends. It's supposed to, things getting better and better and better. And my friends, that's what keeps us from, we'll never get bored, my friends, because we live in perfection. But perfection somehow gets even better, and it's this amazing evolution that takes place. That's what we need to start looking forward to, putting our expectations to better and better and better. It goes on to say that as the highest principle of good. Now this is important. This is how we start to do magic. I picture a flashlight here. Okay, so as the highest principle of good. What is the highest principle of good? It's God. It's the perfect creator. Not one of the gods that hates, wars, kills, destroys, is mixed good and evil, love sometimes, hate sometimes, peace sometimes, war sometimes. We're talking Ahura Mazda. We're talking Magi magic here. Because what do we want to live in? What do we want to create in our world? All good. We don't want a mixed monster God. That we don't want that energy to create out of, because we don't want a mixed world anymore. And so we're aligning ourselves with the all good spirit. Ahura Mazda, my friends. It's the loving Father of Jesus. It's the loving Father of Zarathustra and the Magi. And so it's so important because we create out of the energy we hold. So we have to restore God's image. He doesn't, all those stories you hear in the Matrix religions of hating, warring, killing. And you might think, well, Magus, you just mentioned Jesus. Isn't that Christianity? My friends, Jesus would have never been a Christian. They have missed his message, and they've brought back the old idea of God that he is trying to get them away from. He is trying to get them away from the idea of a Jehovah to the loving Father. Remember when James and John said, let's call down fire from heaven like Elias did. He said, you don't know what spirit you are of. He said it's not an eye for an eye, but it's love your enemy. Have no enemy, my friends. He was trying to show them the loving Father. And you'll remember it was the Magi that came and worshiped the Christ when he was born. It said the Jewish people were afraid. And Christianity is brought back into the Jewish ideas. And you can't mix the two, my friends. You have to go back to the Magi idea to make the magic and miracles of the Christ. So beautiful. So it says the highest principle of good shines the light of observance on the dark waves. My friends, what seems like nothing is really something. Most of our universe is made up of what they call nothing, but it's something. And when we vibrate it into form, it takes a substance. And it says the plastic medium of creation, and in conformity to lie by the wise Lord's highest desire, we focus it into form. And so, my friends, how do we focus it into form? With our heart of hearts, with our highest beliefs. My friends, prayer is it's a form of tuning our hearts into that highest idea. And when we can tune our hearts, and this is where it gets confusing, because we don't always know what's hidden unconscious. Jung said it beautifully. What lies in our unconscious is what's coming to us in our future. We need to know what's inside of us, but sometimes we're scared to look at that, my friends. We're taught to hide our sins and our errors, to cover them up, my friends. No, we have to shine the light in there and see what we truly believe. And my friends, a beautiful thing happens when you truly realize that you and God are one. You become God. You become unconditional love, peace, joy, kindness, and you no longer have to try to be good. If you're trying to be good, something is wrong. Okay, that means that you're not good and you're trying to be good. And my friends, you want to realize you are good. You are God. You are peace no matter what's going on around you. Your unconditional love no matter how anyone else is acting around you. Start to vibrate that. Start to believe that, my friends, and you will become that, and then you will create that around you in your atmosphere. We create our world. We create our atmosphere. My friends, Asha 1, so beautiful. If you guys enjoy these, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, and tell someone. Let's grow this. Can you imagine a world where everyone is understanding this, learning this, believing this, transmitting this, living by this? My friends, it would just be love, 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 and an ever-expanding good, a beautiful evolution, the way it's meant to be, the way it really is. And you'll see as soon as you accept this, you accept this idea, you will create it in your own life. It'll start in you. It'll spread to your family and your home and your land and your pets. You'll be living in Asha. That's why every morning I come to you and say, hello, my wonderful friends. Magus here. Another beautiful day in Asha, because I've created Asha in my life. And now I'm teaching others to create that Magi magic in their life. And I want to see it spread, my friends. Tell someone about it. And let's create Asha, heaven on earth. My friends know I love you so much. We'll see you next time for Asha 2.